Well, we're about 75% of through the initial roadmap of becoming a true third generation cryptocurrency. So the goalposts were always scalability, interoperability, and governance. And so, how do you get things so that as people join, the cost is predictable and it gets better, faster, and cheaper over time. In terms of interoperability, how do you get it to talk to everything else in the industry as well as the legacy fintech space? And then in terms of governance, how do you create a system that has the ability to evolve without centralized leadership? So these were super, super complex ambitions back in 2015. We've written 204 academic papers at labs everywhere from Stanford to Tokyo Tech and every place in between, and millions of lines of code. And we've grown into a really robust, resilient ecosystem. And we're just about to turn on a lot of the very sophisticated on-chain governance components, which is something we've been working on for about 18 months.
Charles Hoskinson breaks down Cardano's core goals and achievements, emphasizing scalability, interoperability, and governance as the foundational principles guiding its progress. He points out the project's notable advancements in academic research, smart contract deployment, and asset issuance, showcasing Cardano's commitment to pushing boundaries and driving innovation in the blockchain sector. By providing a comprehensive overview of these key aspects, Hoskinson paints a clear picture of Cardano's trajectory and its potential for long-term success in the market.
We're now in our third generation of smart contract design with Plutus V3. That's coming online soon. A lot of great developers, hundreds of dApps have been deployed. Millions of assets have been issued, 8 million Cardano native assets on the system. So that's kind of churning away. And in terms of scalability, a lot of great papers have come out, and we have a really good 3-year plan for how Cardano can be best in class in terms of transaction throughput inside the system. And the other really cool thing is the Edinburgh Decentralization Index finally went live. And what it is a University of Edinburgh has collaborated with us to develop a metric to measure the level of decentralization of a cryptocurrency. So basically it gives you a number that you can look at and say, okay, how does Solana compare to Ethereum, compare to Bitcoin, compare to Cardano in terms of the resiliency of that system, decentralization of that system, which is really important for procurement, policy making, regulation, as well as dealing with existential threats. Because if you're centralized in certain areas, those are vectors of attack to be able to shut the network down or compromise the network. So it's really important on a security perspective as well. So we're firing on all cylinders. The community's quite engaged. The other cool part about on-chain governance is it makes available the Cardano treasury. There's actually now more than $1 billion worth of ADA that's sitting on chain in a treasury system that nobody can touch right now. But as on-chain turns on, that's basically the sovereign wealth fund of the on-chain government, kind of like Norway's sovereign wealth fund or Abu Dhabi's sovereign wealth fund. And they're going to be able to spend that as a community on growth hacking and protocol development and litany of other things. So it's pretty cool to actually see all those pieces come together. It's been a long 7-year road. Uptime is still looking good. We've been up for over 2,300 plus days, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The network's never gone down. No major hacks, no major issues. The only time anybody lost any money was a bridge from Ethereum to Cardano, and that bridge was hacked on the Ethereum side. So I'm pretty proud of the progress that's been made and what the community's been able to put together. Plus, partner chains are coming as well. And that's kind of a marriage of technology from the Polkadot ecosystem with the Cardano ecosystem. And it's like the Borg, you take the best of both worlds and put them together. And that's going to bring computational privacy to the system as well. So definitely not left behind in the roll-up zero-knowledge space, as well as the ability to do automated compliance and do private smart contracts. So super excited to watch that come to fruition here soon.
Charles Hoskinson delivers a comprehensive update on Cardano's advancements, signaling its evolution into the third generation of blockchain technology. He kicks off by spotlighting the progress in smart contract design through Plutus V3, set to launch imminently, marking a significant milestone for Cardano. Hoskinson discusses the deployment of numerous decentralized applications and the creation of millions of assets on the Cardano network, underscoring the platform's expanding ecosystem and functionality. Additionally, he lays out Cardano's ambitious scalability goals, backed by a robust 3-year plan aimed at achieving top-tier transaction throughput. A standout highlight from Hoskinson is the Edinburgh Decentralization Index, a joint initiative by Cardano and the University of Edinburgh to measure the decentralization level of cryptocurrencies. This index serves as a vital metric for assessing the resilience and security of blockchain networks, crucial for a range of stakeholders, including policymakers and regulators. Hoskinson emphasizes the significance of decentralization in fortifying against potential threats and upholding network integrity. Moreover, he introduces the concept of on-chain governance, granting access to the Cardano treasury, which currently holds over $1 billion worth of ADA. This treasury, akin to sovereign wealth funds such as Norway's or Abu Dhabi's, will empower the community to democratically allocate resources for growth hacking, protocol development, and other initiatives. Hoskinson takes pride in Cardano's durability, boasting over 2,300 days of uninterrupted uptime and minimal security breaches.
Bitcoin couldn't upgrade. We got tired of trying to upgrade it, so we created Ethereum. Remember where we started. We didn't start with a layer one saying, hey, let's go build a separate cryptocurrency. Vitalik was a core developer in the color coin space. And there was a lot of people trying to build on Bitcoin as well with Mastercoin. So we all started kind of, hey, how do we build something on Bitcoin? And we couldn't get it working. So eventually we had to go and do our own layer ones. All of that value could have been in the Bitcoin ecosystem if it was upgradable. So governance is super important because it allows you to change over time to adapt, evolve, and grow. And whenever you have a governance failure, you typically over time lose your network effects and you lose your user base. The problem is, what's the perfect government? I mean, look at the United States right now, like, are we in a harmonious time and everybody's getting along and everybody agrees and the government's awesome? It's not particularly effective or efficient, and it's not particularly high integrity. Regardless of where your politics fall, no one's happy. Congress has a 16% approval rating, yet 96% of the people are going to get reelected. So there's something wrong with that governance system. So governance is super hard, and especially when you have no leaders. It's decentralized. It's truly global with more than 100 countries participating, and that's really the hallmark of a third-generation cryptocurrency. Is to do all three of those things. It's scalable, it's interoperable, and it has good governance. And the amazing thing is, since we started in 2015 to today, there's been exponential progress in all of those domains. There's been a lot of really cool stuff. Polkadot has OpenGov. Tezos has always pushed on-chain governance. Cardano is bringing a lot to the table there. In terms of scalability, there's a ton of ideas on how to do very high-performance protocols. And you're seeing things like Layer 0 in the interoperability side and Chainlink and others that are really pushing the envelope and talking about how do get chains to move value between each other and talk to each other, and dApps to be able to call each other across the industry. So that's our Wi-Fi moment that we're looking for. Well, I believe that scalability will become highly commoditized and interoperability will be sorted out by industry consolidation. So in 2029, there's going to be this merger between the legacy financial world and the legacy use cases in the crypto world, and we're no longer going to differentiate the two. Blockchains currently can't keep a secret. That's been a universal truth. They're awesome on the public side. They're transparent and auditable and time-stamped and immutable. They have all these amazing properties, which makes them perfect for a public record system. But business, I challenge you to find a business that doesn't have a private component to it. There's always a public component, private component. The salaries of the people, the contracts you've signed, your business strategy, maybe some of the terms of partnerships you have, how much you compensate those partners, where you source your materials from, all these things. Those are usually private or pseudo-private in some, even a not-for-profit has private sides. None of that right now can exist in the blockchain space. They're not designed for that. So how do you bring private smart contracts and actually have the ability for a blockchain to keep a secret? That's the barrier for being able to actually merge those two worlds together. Because right now, the private stuff lives in a centralized part of the world. So you're kind of blockchain and you have a decentralized part, but then you collapse the whole business model to the centralized part that lives off chain. And it's not really a blockchain application. So we're bringing Midnight, which is a partner chain of Cardano. So basically like a side chain. And those capabilities of being able to keep a secret are being added into the system, which for the first time ever is going to allow the space at scale in languages they're familiar with, like TypeScript, to write contracts that basically allow them to define that private part of the business and combine it with the public part and do selective disclosure and automated regulatory compliance and all kinds of things. And it really is going to bring a huge revolution, especially if you want to have global assets.
Charles Hoskinson discusses the significance of governance in blockchain networks, drawing from historical instances to make his case. He kicks off by discussing the origins of Ethereum, which emerged due to the limitations of Bitcoin's governance model. Hoskinson recalls the failed attempts to upgrade Bitcoin, leading to the birth of Ethereum. He stresses that Ethereum didn't start as a new cryptocurrency, but rather as a product of efforts to innovate within the Bitcoin ecosystem, showcasing the importance of governance in enabling adaptation and progress. By comparing blockchain governance to real-world systems, Hoskinson highlights the difficulties in achieving effective governance. He criticizes the current governance structure in the United States, pointing out its inefficiencies and lack of consensus despite being centralized. This comparison underscores the complexities of governance, especially in decentralized networks, where decision-making involves participants from various countries. Hoskinson underlines the crucial role of governance in maintaining network effects and user engagement over time, as evidenced by Bitcoin's struggles to evolve. Furthermore, Hoskinson envisions a future where blockchain protocols converge, foreseeing a landscape where scalability and interoperability become industry standards. He draws a parallel to the commoditization of smartphone technology, where differentiation shifts from technical specs to user experience and applications. Hoskinson emphasizes the importance of innovation in propelling this convergence, highlighting progress in scalability, interoperability, and governance in projects like Polkadot, Tezos, and Cardano. He also highlights Cardano's strategic emphasis on addressing privacy concerns within blockchain transactions, a crucial element for bridging traditional finance with the crypto realm. Hoskinson introduces the concept of Midnight, a companion chain of Cardano created to support private smart contracts and selective information disclosure. This advancement, along with automated regulatory adherence, holds the potential to transform the worldwide financial landscape by streamlining transactions across different jurisdictions while upholding compliance with various regulatory frameworks. Charles Hoskinson's insights into Cardano's core principles of scalability, interoperability, and governance shed light on the project's remarkable progress and future potential. From Plutus Farm 3's imminent launch to the establishment of the Edinburgh Decentralization Index and the introduction of on-chain governance, Cardano continues to pave the way for innovation in the blockchain space. In the years ahead, what significant role do you envision Cardano playing in the expansive landscape of finance and technology? Share your insights in the comments below. If you found this video useful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates on Cardano and other blockchain-related topics. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share it with others who might benefit from the information. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.